Hey you guys, so welcome back to my channel. I know this video is super different because this channel was built and created to broadcast my crocheting, and that will still be broadcasted, you guys. But I have a very good explanation, as you can see by the title, why I've been gone for several months. You guys, I went and got my Class A CDL. You guys, I am a truck driver. Yes, I am a truck driver. um, I wanted to make this video because and my brightness is up really high and I have photophobia, so bear with me if I like look off a little bit because too much of the brightness can affect my eyes. But so I wanted to make this video just to talk a little bit about my trucking journey so far. My trucking journey has been nothing short of eventful. I'm not going to disclose which company I work for, and hopefully you guys can't tell by the background. However, um, it has been nothing short of eventful. And I say that in a good way, not in a bad way. So what got me into trucking? You guys, I was a stay-at-home worker for a long time. I worked from home. And working from home definitely has its perks because, I mean, the obvious is you don't have to get dressed. And even if you do like video calls and stuff, because I know some jobs require you to like get on web chat, you really only have to dress your upper body and you could just have pajama pants on, right? So that's the obvious like benefit. But the job that I was doing required me to spend upward of 10 hours looking at a laptop. And someone who has photophobia, for one, that was really taking a major toll on my health. I would have excruciating headaches, migraines. I'm growing out of my shell a little bit due to the trucking, but I'm someone who I like to be behind the scenes. And my job started to change a bit where they started requiring us to make like outbound calls and take inbound calls. And I'm going to be honest, you guys, I'm just not the one built for that job. So I eventually was like, what job can afford me the opportunity to live a really good life, to save a lot of money? It's something that I would enjoy. It doesn't require much work at all, like literally not at all. I mean, the bulk of my work is driving. And that could give me something that I like. And I like to travel. I like to see new things. I hate that it may be the Aries in me, but I hate to see the same exact scenery every day. Like working from home, it was a remote job, so granted I could travel, but it honestly wasn't even enough money to do that. Like I would probably clear 565-ish a week. To some people that's like amazing, but for me it was really good to be able to save, but there's more out there, right? So all of those reasons is why I ultimately was like, okay, I am going to get my CDL, right? So I applied to a CDL school, in South Carolina. I went off to CDL school, and I can honestly say going off to CDL school was so amazing. I met some really cool people there that are still in my life to this day. I had amazing experiences there that I wish I could relive, but I've experienced them and I have it in my mind, right? But I had a really good time in CDL school. The school was very professional. They taught me a lot. Just checking my Qualcomm here. I will talk about that a little bit later. But like I was saying, CDL school taught me a lot about myself. It taught me to never give up. It taught me that I could really conquer whatever I put my mind to. So I really, really, really enjoyed CDL school. So, anyways, went to CDL school, did great at that, got my certificate. Then I went on to have to go to the DMV to take my official CDL test. The DMV test was a breeze. I mean, the pre-trip, the backing, the offset backing, the straight backing, the parallel. It was all a breeze. So that went amazing. The road test went amazing. And long story short, I passed on my first try. Go me. Did I even talk about quitting my job and going to take my permit test? So I used an app called DMV Genie. This is not sponsored. I actually was watching another young lady on YouTube, and she was like really pushing to download DMV Genie. So it's not free, but it's not free for a good purpose, because all of the questions that was on DMV Genie literally was the questions that was on the DMV test. So it was like the same questions. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like I literally got no question wrong at the DMV. Finished my test, all three of them in under 5 minutes, like each. So DMV Genie was really nice. I would say from the time that I quit my job to the time that I got my permit, it was about a week. So I hit the ground and started running immediately after I quit my job. I know I needed to get this process rolling, because getting your CDL, it does take some time for everything to play out. And now I drive for a company, but let's see, I quit my job July 30th, so that was about, I'll say, the beginning of August, and it's December, but I've been working at this job since November. So August, September, October, November. So about 3 months, 3 to 4 months, it took me to actually get into a company truck, in my own truck at that. I'm in my own truck. So just know, when you get into the CDL journey, I urge you to just get on it. If it's something you want to do, take it very serious. Once I quit my job, I immediately started studying, got on DMV Jenny, read my DMV book. I was eyes glued to the book, taking all the DMV Genie tests. And then I went and got my permit that following week. So I had a week of study, got my permit that following week, got my tanker endorsement as well. And then I immediately after I got my permit, I was already scoping out school. So that's another thing. You want to be very proactive. Like this whole process, I was 2 steps ahead. So I was already studying pre-trip and all that type of stuff. Granted, every school is going to do pre-trip slightly different. So keep that in mind. But I was already studying like pre-trip, learning about pre-trip way before I even got in school. So anyways, so quit my job a week later, when I got my permit. Then a week after that, I secured the school that I was going to. Got a really good deal. Got a scholarship to where I only had to pay $19.50 out of pocket. The rest was covered. The total tuition was, I think around 5,000. I only had to pay $19.50 due to a scholarship. So yeah. Um, Pay for my hotel because I was going to school away from my city. So I paid for my hotel, got everything taken care of, my hotel, made sure I had money for food in advance. And from there, I waited about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, and then school was set to start September. I don't want to lie. Mid-September? That can't be right. No, I lied. School was set to start. Oh my gosh. Now that I think about it, quit my job July 30th, and I was in school by August 29th. So in under a month, I was in the actual school. So I went to school and then graduated school like August, like around the same time, like September 28th or late September. And then after I graduated school, of course, I went and got my DMV test. Now, with my school in particular, We didn't have like an in-house tester. They used to have an in-house tester, but they got rid of the in-house tester, so we had to go to the DMV. And DMV was very booked up in this city. Okay, so I didn't get to test until October 20th. So I graduated school September 28th, and I didn't get to test until October 20th. The time went by very fast. My school did allow us to come up to the school as much as possible before our DMV test to practice our maneuvers and to practice pre-trips. So they were very good with that. So I was able to stay fresh on the knowledge. So I took my test on the 20th. I passed the first time. Then from there, I started looking for jobs. So when you start looking for jobs, you need to know exactly what you are looking for. So I knew for me that over the road would not be my best candidate. I was prepared to do it if I had to do it, and I'm going to tell you how I mean exactly what I just said. However, I knew in the back of my mind that regional would best suit me due to 2 weeks out, 2 to 3 days home. That fits my home time. I kind of have people I want to see. Okay, I have family, I have people I want to see. So I personally was not comfortable with being on the road for a month, a month out, and then coming home for 5 days and then being gone another month. I mean, the 5 days sounds really good, but being on a month is just not for me. And that's fine. You need to know, you need to be able to be honest with yourself and know what's for you. And you will never be led astray in trucking. If you know what's for you, then you will be good. All right. So, like I was stating, where was I at? Oh yeah, so I was looking for jobs and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not finding any local jobs. So initially I thought I wanted to do local until I learned that local jobs require a lot more work and a lot more hours. And on top of that, most local jobs are not going to hire a newbie. You heard it here first, and you've probably heard it a million times. But if you are going into trucking and thinking that you're going to land a local job just so easily, you're going to be waiting for at least a month or 2 months or 3 months or maybe forever, because most local jobs I know here where I live at, they want you to have at least 6 months of experience, preferably over the roads, okay? But even if it's not over the road, they prefer at least 6 months of experience prior to them even hiring you. So once I found that out and I just came to that conclusion, I was like, okay, my best bet to getting into work, because at this point, keep in mind, I've already been out of work for about 3 months. I did have like a hefty savings, so I wasn't like scraping or having to rush back into work, but I just knew I did not want to keep um, picking money off my savings. So from October 20th, which is when I got my official CDL, up until October 20th, up until November 11th. I got hired November 11th with the company that I work for now. So I would say that's about 10 to 15 days, just guessing. So I was moving pretty fast. So I ended up going with this company that I currently work for because I had recommendations from people who currently work for them, who I trust, and the benefits for this company seemed to fit me very well. The only problem is when I initially applied for this company, they did not have any regional positions. So they said what we can do is um, we can bring you in over the road, and then um, we can bring you in over the road, and then when something is available, like regional available for you, southeastern regional specifically, when that's available, then we will notify you. So I said okay. So I went ahead and I got through orientation. I went ahead and got through orientation, and orientation was a breeze. Everything was good. I got paid orientation pay. I got paid my training pay. Everything went smooth. My training experience I will talk about in my next video in detail, okay? Because I want to give, a few different videos. Okay. So, long story short, everything went great. So I did over the road. Initially, I had to be on the road for maybe about 5 to 6 weeks. No, I lied. Oh my gosh, that was a lie. So I was actually over the road for 3 weeks. Only did 21 days, and then I was like, yeah, my leader tested me out. I tested out at the facility. They agreed that I was good at backing. Everything else, when I say you have to take things seriously in trucking, that's exactly what I mean. I didn't play any games during my training. I took everything seriously. I remember some of the cheat codes that they gave me in school. I took the cheat codes that I learned from, just driving with my trainer, and I was able to test out in only 21 days. So that's only 3 weeks. So my actual training lasted 3 weeks. So now I'm in my own truck. So immediately after you test out, it was 2 days after I tested out that I got my own truck, and I was given a load to come back home. So, yeah. So everything moved pretty smoothly. Then when I got home, mentally I kind of started shifting. I was like, okay, well, I know regional, especially around this time of the year, it's not just here you get regional, here you get regional, because a lot of people, even veteran truckers, are trying to go into regional. Like, excuse me, you guys, they're trying to go into regional. They're trying to be closer to home. They're trying to have more time to spend with their families. I am a newbie. Like, I mean, a newbie. Like, I've only been driving for almost 2 months now. So, yeah. So, I just mentally was like, I was just thinking, like, you know what? I just started shifting my mindset. Once I got home, I just shifted my mindset and said, okay, I'm just going to be over the road until they let me know that I am next on the waiting list. So I just went ahead and started shifting my mind. And soon after, what happened? I got a call on literally my second day of home time, where they said, "Hi, we have a regional position available that we had your name here on the waiting list. Do you still want this position? It's no touch freight. You get this much a mile. You'll be running these states. The states that they told me I would run were the states that I initially, when I first got into trucking, is what I only wanted to run initially. So it's exactly what I wanted, and it came in the perfect nick of time, right? So overall, my experience has been good so far. I will bring you guys more videos, like, some experiences I've had some so far, some of my tips, because I've seen a lot. Like I said, I did training over the road, so I have done, I would say I've went to at least 15 states already, which is not something that those who did their training local or did their training regional can tell you. They can't tell you about I-80 in Wyoming. They can't tell you about the snow, the black ice, the snow blizzards, the snowstorms. They can't tell you a lot of these things. I can, because I drove in it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions down below, and I will do my best to get to your questions. Yeah, I will be bringing more content. Let me know, you guys, like, what do you want to see from me? I'll be bringing content like cooking on the truck, maintaining my fitness on the truck. A lot of people want to know, how do I keep my abs? And I've been on a freaking truck. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's the same thing. Just, moving your body and making sure you eat well. That's it. It's very possible while you're on a truck. So let me know you guys have any more questions, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Yes, you guys, the crocheting content will be back, but I had to take some months off to get my life together, to get into a career that I knew that would best suit me for the time being that I am in my life. Okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye.